Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So I've been called out to a tripping out, so I've lost all the power downstairs and I'm now outside. So if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. Do me a favour, smash that subscribe button in the corner. But let me just explain what I found. Okay, so the setup is, there was a load of switch gear and stuff on this side. There's lantern that side, lantern here, lantern there. Okay, also just behind where you are, there was a little spike light, and I'm going to show you what I've just removed. So if you look at all that little beauty, so all of that has come out of just underneath this decking. The decking's all going to be replaced, okay? So that's one of the issues that they've discovered. It's all rotten and all the rest of it, so that's all going fine, not a problem. So the job, what's happened, so just here, so just the other side of the wall here, you can see that little bit of silicone there. So we had a bit of flex coming through, spurred off the ring which is just inside that room. Then we had a massive arrangement, I'm going to put a picture up, massive arrangement of this weird box, which is, as you can see on there. Then there's the light switch up the top, another little junction box here, and a double socket mounted there, which then led on to having all these various different lights. That is the bundle that's come out. Obviously that is said box, but the reason for the tripping, we've had a fire. So this is the light switch. So if you can see on there, so that is the light switch. So then we've got the water ingress that's come through and then set fire, which is led to the hole, and it's actually the water ingress that's actually finally tripped it all out. So we had a right mix mash of all sorts going on. So I'm going to walk you through. So I'm going to walk you through the actual plan of what we're going to do, because they still want lights out here and they want to sort it all out and make sure it's nice and safe. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so plan wise, so we're still going to be needing to spur off the ring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend the ring instead of that. I'm going to put the double socket down here. So the double socket is going to go on, and then we're going to put a fuse spur next to it, or potentially a fuse spur above, so we can downgrade the ampage to all the lights. And then we're not having a spike light now. There's no little decking lights that are going in. There's literally going to be an up and down lighter on here, one on that pillar, one further down, and we're going to run all that in conduit, which is brilliant. Okay, nice and straightforward job. But the other part of it, what I've just discovered, is the board needs changing. I've got 3 electric showers that it says that it's got all plumbed in, so we need to take care of all that, and then a full test on the house. So I better get cracking. Right, so we're back. So I've obviously come back another day now, so we've stripped out all the other stuff. So the idea is now that we're going to get on with actually mounting all the lights up. So we're going to use some black conduit in here and here. So we've got, so lighting wise, we've got one going up here, one going the other side, and one going the far side of those French doors. We're going to put an IP rated 2-gang socket on. And there's also going to be a switch spur. I was going to put on a switch as such, but I've kind of changed that. I thought there's no real point, I might as well just do a switch spur and then run that straight out to the lights then. So what we're going to do, we're going to run everything in armoured that's underneath the decking. The decking is all being replaced, well, the top deck is being replaced, the actual joists themselves are staying. So we're going to use armoured up to the point, and then we're going to run the drops down in flex into a whisker box, a whisker 308, and then basically crack on and get on with as much as I possibly can do. There is the board to change here. The board's going to be changed at a later date. which is fine, because there's just a lot of stuff that needs to be upgraded, and also there's quite a few different issues on it, but it's not affecting the particular circuit that we're doing right now. So I need to get all that sorted before it rains, because we are forecast for quite a lot of heavy rain. So wish me luck, hopefully I can get on with it and get a lot done, but we're going to get set up. I'll get you on time lapse so I can get smashing this out. So this one, as you've just seen, has been a pain. So it's always the first one, but the lights that I've been supplied, quite often they'll be able to rotate. So what I was trying to do is line up and put the screw all the way through. I'll tell you what, I'm going to come in a bit closer. So what I was hoping to do was line up the screws on the fitting on the light to line through the actual box, so then the end box, so then that would be like that all the way through. But because usually then obviously the light was mounted sort of that way, and then the idea is that you just rotate the outer case, but apparently they don't rotate. So that's why we've ended up the way it is. In fairness, so it's the first one down, and that's why it's learning curve, isn't it? So rather than just try and dress it all up, thank you, rather than try and dress it all up, I'll show you. You know, this is a real channel, don't forget. Obviously we do show you the pros, the cons, the good, the bad, the ugly, and that was an ugly moment, the first one. It was an ugly moment. So I'll get the other ones on, and then we'll get on with the armoured. But yeah, so now I just wanted to share with you, it's not all roses, is it? So a little bit of a faff, but in the end it will work out good. Right, so are you sick of all the faffing about with paperwork? So today's sponsor is Tradeify. So those of you who don't know what Tradeify is, it's a job management software. We run all our company on it. This job in particular was actually a great example. I came out, as you've seen at the very start of the video, for a fault finding exercise, gone through all that, went home, priced everything up, sent the quote over, got the text message to the client. The client messaged me back and said, yeah, accepted the work. A few little messages through Tradeify again on the quote section. We rattled through all those, and I am back right now sorting it all out. So it is a brilliant bit of kit. I've used it for maybe 2 years, something like that. So in the end of this, once it's all finished, it's just you convert your quote straight into an invoice. Even if you're doing part of the job, there's a section where you can just do a percentage of the amount, or part lines, whatever you want to do. So yeah, it's really good. If you want to use the free trial, which is what we did, the link is in the description below. And then once you've realised that actually it is a genuinely free trial, use the promo code GHawk50, you'll get 50% off for the first 3 months. So thanks Tradeify for sponsoring the video, and better get cracking. We've got the up and down lights on, we've got the conduits set down to where they need to be. So the idea is now is, because over here, so we've got a socket on the other side of this wall, we're going to put a 2-gang socket, we're going to extend the ring, bring that through, and then we're going to bring some conduit up into a fuse spur to then turn these lights on outside. But to power all those up, we're going to use some armoured, okay? So we're going to use some armoured cable, run that through. So essentially we're going to start at our furthest point down there, work our way back to this point here, over to there, and then back this way. But yeah, like I say, it's been a bit tricky, in fairness. Once I've got over that first hurdle, as I explained, they have took a lot longer than what I actually expected, in fairness. But that's part and parcel of life. So it is what it is, you've got to get on. Customers have been brilliant as well. Cups of tea, even though they're working from home, so tea is happening. So let's get these terminated. So what I thought I'd do is give you a bit of a parts listing of what you're going to need to do this job. So you've got the Whisker 308, stuffing gland, because you're going to need that for the cable from the light. You're going to need a gland pack, weatherproof gland pack that is. You're obviously going to need some armoured. So armoured slice is what I use. I use the Baco one. You can use a CK, all sorts of stuff that you want to use. You're going to need some adjustables, sets like that. So you've got the earthing bars as well. So these are actually called the earthing clamp for the Combi 308 from Whisker. These are brilliant. Also going to need an eyelet and a little bit of a flex for flying lead, so you can make sure that because you need to continue the earth path from the armoured sheathing all the way through the installation, which obviously gives it the whole purpose of having a armoured installation. So one of the top tips I'd say for it, the other thing is you're going to need a good knife as well. So one of the top tips for doing this as well for these shrouds, if you haven't seen this before in a previous video that I've done, so if you turn it there, you can see where it's swelled a bit. So cut that off, so that's gone, and that will give you the perfect cut all the way around, nice and tight. Hopefully you can see that. It's gone a bit sunny now, and that is the best way I found to get your shroud on your armoured. So right, I'm going to set you up on time lapse so I can crack on and hopefully stay dry, although you wouldn't have thought it. I think I might have to take my jacket off. Absolutely gone boiling now. So right, get cracking. Right, so I thought I'd bring you in for a bit of a closer look to where we're at right now. The next stage is going to be start looking at getting all the IP rated sockets and switch spur and stuff sorted. So I'm going to show you around what I've actually done. I've been bitten to bits, my leg. Hang on, I'll try and show you this. So hopefully you can see it, but my leg's all like come out in a weird rash for some reason. So something here, it's not very happy. I've been sneezing really badly, but yeah, so such is life. So I've got to tidy all my bits and bobs up anyway, as you can probably gather. You don't want to be a naughty boy and you leave all that underneath there. That's not going to happen. So we've got our Whisker 308 here, looped it in out, continued the earth all the way through, so that runs down then to that light. Then this one drops down obviously into there, then it shoots over to that one, obviously then my other drop coming down. It's quite smart actually in black, in fairness, that all the lights are all black all the way through. And then we're now going to bring the armoured up into another Whisker box, or because we're going to change it to I can't even talk now. Going to change it into a switch spur, which is sort of going to be up there. So we're going to put it all in conduit back down under the floor. So that is the plan. So we're going to try and get on with that right now. But I don't know what's going on. I'm going to have to sort myself out now. Right, you see that? That has just saved all my kit. So we got a little bit of rain come in, a few little drips, and I thought, oh, do you know what? I got the fishing brolly in there, and I bought that a little while ago for this reason. So I thought, right, I'm going to be clever for once. I'm going to put all my kit underneath there ready, because the weather the way it's been recently, it's literally like that. And it is absolutely hammered it down, and that's exactly what it did, and I mean full-on torrential rain. So that, if you haven't got one, they're about 20 quid from an online retailer that delivers the next day, and that has just saved all my kit from getting wet. So what I did is I slammed it down to the deck, and it's just covered everything, so it stopped all the driving rain coming in and all the rest of it. It was an absolute godsend. So the lucky thing was that I just finished the last bit of the socket, so I'm going to show you and explain what I've done with that. So you don't get much better than a waterproof test right now, because it was, and I mean full on hammering it down. So I just managed to wire that up. I'd gone through to the other side, so we've extended the ring because the socket is literally the other side of there, but we managed to get all of that on in place. So we've now got to tidy up, get everything all picked up all along the way. There's all these bits and bobs everywhere, so like down there's lots of rubbish that we've got to sort out, so I'll go and pick all that up. But yeah, so it's all on, so we'll turn all that on. I don't know whether you can, so you can see those, they're all on, all tested out, bang on. So yeah, so another installation all complete, done and dusted. So it's gone from the call out to the actual stripping out, making sure we've got the power back on, to the full install of doing it right, do it the right way, do it properly, getting it all on. We've had the weather test as well, which is something I was not expecting. It's got black skies as we speak, so hopefully I can get this all tidied up, kit back in the van before I get absolutely hammered. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, let's help it grow, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers for watching, guys. You take care, look after yourself.